Hi, I'm Bill Fakui with Page One Solutions. We all know that adding new content to the website is important and even the importance of blogging regularly. But at what particular point do we add enough content to the website where we really feel like it's time to go back and maybe revisit some of those old pages or those old blogs? Today, that's what we're going to talk about. At what particular point does it make sense to do that? It really is, if you look back at your content, especially your blogs, is if the accuracy and the timeliness and the relevance of a lot of those blogs are no longer in tune with today's marketplace, it probably does make sense for you to go back and revisit those things. You know, at this particular point, most practices use their blogs as kind of a online history of where that website's been. It almost becomes kind of this walk down memory lane, which may be nostalgic for you, but really adds no value to today's online users and visitors to your website. So in that particular case, let's take a look at those old website blog entries and see if it makes sense to update them. And if so, how do we do it? Couple of things is you gotta start looking at all the blog posts, and not all of them are ones you're going to want to update. And you want to prioritize them. So first of all, start with the ones that, pick the right ones. And the way you do that is you need to start with using Google Analytics and find the blog entries that appear to get the most traffic, and use your date ranges maybe within the last 3 months or so, and see what blogs, and especially some old blogs that may be getting indexed, maybe showing up and driving some traffic, or people are actually clicking on to some of your blog entries. Visit those blogs first, and the ones that are getting the traffics are the ones that you want to probably look at updating. Number two, when you find the ones that you're wanting to update, first of all, look at punctuations and grammar. A lot of old website blogs, when you looked at them, if you read them today, they probably aren't written as well as the other ones that you're writing today. So kind of look at the grammar and some of even the SEO on there, and did you write them with a very spammy intent and things like that. So clean up just the grammar of those things will make a big difference. Number two, you also want to look at what things can I add to that blog that I didn't have in there before, and some of those things can be images or videos that you already have that can be used to enhance the comprehension and the understanding of your blog content. So look at adding those kinds of things. Those can also be helpful in getting them indexed on the search engines. So Google looks at those assets that may be on those blogs, and if you're adding more value to those blogs, it also will probably raise it in the importance of the index. So that would be the other thing. But probably the most important thing is going to be the content, is rewriting that content. If it really needs to be rewritten, rewrite it. You'll find that the value of those pages will increase. And those pages, just so you know, already have equity. Those pages have been out there for a while in many cases and have already been indexed. So those pages have more value than, say, something that you write today and post a new blog. Those pages or those blog entries have no track record yet, have no history, have no traffic yet. So take those old blogs and rewrite them. And if we can, write them with text that can also improve the SEO results. So some of the things to kind of keep in mind are the long tail phrases or the semantic search phrases that we may want to incorporate in some of those topics that can now be relevant. So think in terms of those kinds of things as you're rewriting that content. And then once you get those content updates done to the blog, and you've updated it and you're feeling really good about that blog entry again, now it comes time to promote it. Just because you rewrote it doesn't mean it can stop there. If you really want to get value out of it, now you got to do the kinds of things to promote that blog entry, just like you do with the old, with your new blogs, is you got to take some time and some effort to start driving people to that blog. And some of those things can be like putting links to it, in some of your email solicitations or email updates or newsletters and things that you may be sending out to existing clients and patients. The other thing would be promoting it on, especially on Twitter. You can probably send several Twitter updates in terms of when you've updated a blog to be more timely to today's marketplace. Some other things may be, linking and promoting it in, some of your upcoming blogs or in some of your previous blogs. Go and change, some links to those particular blogs when the topic is relevant to it. So you can update even some of those existing blogs to help promote that, that blog entry as well. Some other things that you may want to think about is, updating your website in terms of, content on your main pages may also link to some support pages, not just support pages, but blog entries as well. So if you've written something that's really timely about a topic that's relevant to a page on your site, you may even want to drive people to the blog entries to get more substantive detail or more accurate information or more timely information than when that page was first written. So those are some things you'll want to do in order to improve your sites by just going back and updating your blogs. Take those steps and I'm sure you're going to see an improvement in your listings, and we'll look forward to sharing more information with you in the future. Thanks.